welcome to the Next Stop Wildlife Show Australia. I'm Wayne Caveman Keys, and in front of me I've got a beautiful red-bellied black snake. And they're so placid, these snakes. I love to lie down and share space with these snakes. So today we're going to hunt down some red-bellied black snakes, azure kingfishers if we can find them, Pacific baza, lace monitors would be nice, and an assortment of birds. So join us today on the show and we'll see what we can spot on today's next stop. First stop's a ripper, a red-bellied black snake. Check that out. How cool is that, folks?
It's great to get in amongst the bush and see what we can find in these little clearing bits just down beside the creek area here. And I spotted a red belly just down here. There he is. Gorgeous. A thick red belly too. I'll creep into him. Oh, he's gorgeous. Really nice, thick, solid snake too. Try and get in as close as we can to him. You can see his tongue starting to flick now. So he's a little concerned about me, but he's not too agitated. So we'll slowly creep in. Let's get a little bit lower down to the ground. Now right in front of him here. Now we've got to be very careful not to alarm him from here, because he's relatively comfortable. The tongue's flicking out a little bit again, but he's not too bad. So we'll just get in. Oh, you can see him there, his reaction. Beautiful. Geez, he's a big, thick red belly. He's gorgeous. So the red-bellied black snake, amazing snake.
Beautiful red belly. Lying just down on the ground in front of this belly. It's beautiful. Hey, you're beautiful. Mad red belly out on the Cumberland. Look at this beautiful red belly. Don't try this at home.
Well, we couldn't get much closer to this guy, and I just wanted to show you how placid these guys are, or can be. But it takes a lot of reading and knowing these creatures.
There's a heap of red bellies down at Nurragingy. So if you come down here, you're assured to see red bellies, Pacific baza, two sorts of kingfishers, and the kookaburra, of course. And we see the beautiful lace monitor. So today, first stop, we've got a beautiful red-bellied black snake.
And he's more than happy just to share space with me. He's only here hunting for some frogs and skinks. Early morning, we're heading down, having a look for kingfishers down by the side of the pond here. And it's a little track just down beside the pond. It comes down just from this direction here. And as typical, it's got a red belly down in the grass here. Solid red belly too. It's flattened out, just getting a bit of the first rays of the day. Beautiful day today too. Autumn day. Magic. The pond system here. See in the background. The first light of the day breaking through. Next stop, an inquisitive eastern yellow robin seems to be watching us from the trees. He's on his morning hunt for insects in the trees, and he frequents this area on the long pond where the log is. This little tiny pathway where we just spotted the red belly. It's making a bit of racket, probably raising the alert to the other birds that the red belly's down on the ground. There's a predator somewhere around.
An absolutely beautiful bird, and they're quite common down at Nurragingy if you keep your eye out. You see a lot of these little yellow robins, and they're one of the beautiful staples that you can see year round down at Nurragingy. I might head off, find out what we've got in our next stop. Been a great start to the day. Let this guy head off and hunt for some insects. A great species of birds continues on the walk today. We've got a female golden whistler here by the looks of it. An absolutely beautiful little bird. There's a number of these golden whistlers around. The males are quite colourful, that vibrant yellow, black and white. Females are a little bit more drab, but a beautiful bird on the Cumberland. Next stop we have a great autumn visitor, and these guys, they haven't been around much in spring or summer. This is the musk lorikeet, so called because of the musk coloration down from its nose to the back of its neck through its eye. And he's just hollowing out a little home here, and this is when he's at his most vulnerable. And you'll see you'll keep looking out and making sure no predation's around. But yeah, these guys, they weren't around a lot during the spring and summer period. Wasn't a lot of flowering gums, and they just started to flower now. So yeah, there's been an influx of the musk lorikeet. It just shows the importance of the hollows out in the bush. They always have to do a bit of tailoring to the actual hollow to make it to their own needs and their own size. So that's what he's doing here. A beautiful little bird. And they're a little bit smaller than the rainbow lorikeet, just between a rainbow lorikeet and probably close to a scaly-breasted lorikeet size. And he's definitely vulnerable at this stage, but he's got his eye out in case of predation. Look at those beautiful colours. The musk lorikeet, amazing little bird. And as he digs away, you may be able to hear the call of the musk lorikeet. It's a lot higher than the rainbow lorikeet. They're still a nectar feeder. They have little bristles on the end of their tongues that they'll reach down into the grevillea and other gums and callistemon, the bottle brush, and they'll extract all of the nectar from the plants. And they nest in hollows, as you see. Got an amazing coloration, and it seems a little late in the nesting season for most birds, but the hot weather, you never know, it looks like he's nesting. We might leave this guy be till he's digging his little homestead for his nest. By the looks of it, could be quite a time-consuming affair. Beautiful bird. Hey, we'll head out to the next stop and see what else we can find today. Absolute ripper of a day. And just off Snake Alley, we spot the beautiful Pacific buzzer, or crested hawk. And these guys have become a regular down at Nurragingy in the last few years. They love to come down here and hunt for phasmids, and that guy, he's no doubt off in hunt of a phasmid. And as we spot another one perched high up in the tree, he strikes for a phasmid, and they strike with purpose. And this is a phasmid here. This is one of the things that they love to feed on the most, the violet-winged phasmid, or even the orange-winged phasmid. And you can see him here, he's got an orange-winged phasmid. You can see the orange wings, he'll pull those orange wings off, and all of the legs, and he'll eat the abdomen section. So the Pacific buzzer, absolutely striking bird of prey, and it's the only bird of prey in the world that has a little crest. Next stop, it's another bird that you frequently encounter down at Nurragingy Reserve, and this is the eastern Rosella. There's many subspecies around Australia, but down on the eastern coast we have the beautiful eastern Rosella. And this one will be nesting down here at Nurragingy. Many nest down here at Nurragingy, and it's quite often that you see flocks of these guys around. So he's just keeping his eye out here over the seed fields and the wetlands, which is one of the places that they like to frequent the most. And they like to flock together, and they're quite a close bird. And a lot of the time I see these guys nesting in the nest boxes provided down at Nurragingy. One of our most colourful parrots on the Cumberland Plains, and quite a placid community type bird too. Never see them too territorial. Being a wetlands bird and a plains bird, they like to get down and feed on all the seeds on the grasses. And they're an absolutely amazing bird. Great to have them down here at Nurragingy. So if you get down here and you get around the Lorikeet Marsh Boardwalk section, is where I am at the moment, you'll definitely see a few eastern Rosellas. So let him off to his devices and let's get out to the next stop. We swing by the world famous log and we spot the sawshell turtle. He's a bit out of his range, but this guy's been here for decades. Be one of the biggest sawshell turtles that you'd ever see in your life. He's massive. And he likes to come down here and feed on all sorts of carrion and little fish in the water and guppies. He'll feed on just about anything.
And we've just spotted a lace monitor over in this section of the Cumberland Plains, behind that big burnt ironbark just here. Try and sneak around, get some footage of him. Yeah, prime lace monitor territory. Have to sneak up on him. He'll be able to hear us coming. Keep our eye out. There could be brown snakes, red bellies. Such a healthy population of lace monitors down here in Nurragingy. Go and get the big camera, get a bit better footage of this guy.
And this is the lace monitor, Veranis Varius. And he is the apex predator out here in Nurragingy, and he's the largest lizard on the Cumberland Plains and the second largest lizard in Australia. Growing to over 2 metres long and having a beaded scale pattern that's like an armour against nearly any other predator. These guys are the king of the Cumberland. And they're amazing the way they scale trees. No other animal, a lizard that size, can scale a tree like these guys. They're insane. And the way they prowl and roam the Cumberland, just one spectacle. So autumn day and a mad lace monitor up on the ironbark tree in the endangered ironbark forest of the Cumberland. And look at the eyes on this guys and those claws. And their food, it ranges a massive different amounts of food. In the springtime, they're renowned for nest raiding birds. They like to climb up and raid the nests in birds. And they also eat carrion, any dead animals that are on the ground. They're a spectacular little animal. And just a juvenile, this one, got many different age categories down at Nurragingy. So come and check the place out. It's an absolute bottler of a walk. Any nature lovers, you'll definitely love this place. Bird lovers, it's a plethora of different birds down here. So we might head off down to Kookaburra Foot Trail soon and see what bird species that we can spot today. What an amazingly coloured animal. Those markings will fade as time goes on. The juveniles have some of the most bright markings that you'll get on the lace monitor. I'll leave this guy and we'll head off and find out what else we can spot on the next stop. What a ripper. As we head out to Kookaburra Foot Trail at Nurragingy, we spot one of the most iconic cockatus in Australia. And this is the Yellowtail black cockatoo. and this guy is just chewing out the eucalyptus trees, and he's in search of borers. They actually put their ears to the trunks of these trees and to the limbs of these trees, and they can hear the borers inside the tree chewing away. And they're that accurate that he'll chew this little section out of the tree, and there he is, he's got a borer out. So how amazing is that? The yellowtail black cockatoo, and that's one of their favourite foods. They also like to feed on some of the introduced pine trees as well, on the pine cones. The pine nuts are some of their favourite fare too. So great to see them up here in Nurragingy, feeding on the borers. It actually helps the trees as well. Even though it chews off a limb or two, it helps to rid the tree of all the borers so it doesn't get destroyed. Amazing animals. Love the black cockatoos. So we'll head out to the next stop down on Kookaburra and see what else we can find. Great amount of birds down here. Next stop we've got another regular. It's the olive-backed oriole. Beautiful little bird. Doesn't seem like he's too happy. Might be because the Pacific bazza have been hanging around. Yeah, gorgeous bird. Love the red eyes on these beautiful olive-backed orioles. So shades come over a bit, head out to the next stop, and we've spotted another one of the mad staples out on the Cumberland, and he is one of the food sources to many out here. And I bet I'm not the only one that spotted him, because I can see a fella just over here. This guy spotted him, and if he's got his way, he'll be breakfast. It's an eastern brown snake, the second most deadly snake in the world, and he's heading off towards the skink. And I can tell you now, the skink has long gone. You got no chance. He's gone, fella. Here's another one of the many species that you'll spot down a Kookaburra foot trail. This is the eastern spinebill, and look at the bill on this guy. They reach down into the nectar flowers where other birds can't reach. Amazing. Let's head back to the ponds, eh? Oh, what a ripper. We finally managed to track down the beautiful azure kingfisher down in the long pond at Nurragingy. There's actually a pair of them down here today, and he's overlooking the water. A typical place where these guys hang is over the water on little branches like this. It's got a really good view out over the water, and he's been calling out to his mate, so they've been doing a bit of courting gestures. This is one bird that frequents Nurragingy quite often, and if you come down here, if you look really hard, down close to the water line, only a couple of foot off the water so they can see well, you'll definitely spot a few of these azures. Down he goes, and pick up some mosquito fish and all sorts of other little prey. And if you pick them up in the light like this guy here, you'll definitely have a better chance at spotting them. They're quite hard to spot when they spend a lot of time in the shady areas at midday. So early morning's probably the best time to get down here, when the first sun comes up, or late afternoon. Let's head off to the car.
Okay folks, that's all we've got time for today on the Next Stop Wildlife Show. I'm Wayne Caveman Keys, and if you enjoyed the show, subscribe, give us some support and some likes and comments. Really appreciate that, guys. So it was a really cool day today. Spotted a fair few of our target species, and a great walk on Nurragingy Reserve as always. So join in tomorrow for more action and adventures on the Cumberland with Keezy the Caveman and me mate, the red-bellied black snake, right in front of me. Beautiful placid snake. We might get out of here, leave him on his devices. See you tomorrow on the Next Stop, folks. Okay, and off he goes.